Shore Podcast.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. All right. Top end, I gotta be all right, just have work let's get the mouth to work. So I have work obligations earlier today than normal, so I gotta be a little faster about it. Let's dive in here and see what we can see. I want to wipe this entire chart, but for the sake of time, I think this has less on it. We're going to use this. Okay, so obviously that's what we're here to talk about, right? All right, so yeah, we got to be quick. No time for fooling around, man. So your primary structure that comes up from this swing low flows as follows, right? So we have two things. We have two things on the chart today. I should have deleted everything else first. Really should have deleted everything else first. So we're gonna do that now. Yeah. So let's do a copy paste. Yeah. Okay, so to me, anytime I see this, I have to think this. I have to, right? Yeah, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So in an anticipation of a full, again, because we failed the top of the range, I anticipate a rotation to the bottom of the range, right? But in order to make a rotation to the bottom of the range even possible, you're going to need to flip your primary structure that brought you up from the bottom to the low, right? That's just the way that it works. So we have not broke that low yet. All right, cool. So we know that for now, let's take this, put it to like a dotted line, and 1 point is fine. And let's maybe put a label on that, please. I'm like, dude, I don't got time for this shit. Prior ATH, prior arth. Okay, so prior ATH, and then we've got go away volume. You are upsetting my face right now. And then we have this right here. This needs to be that, and this needs to be that, right? Okay, so now we know that we are trading inside of this range still. And we have not lost this range still. And there is a touch of demand below this range still. It's not very nice, though. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like the look of this candle. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I don't suspect, I don't know. Yeah, I even though I anticipate that there could be lift out of this zone here, let's put some labels on it. 117,200 to 116,350. I don't even want to be in the bottom half of that, though. So let's go ahead and take this and let's put a, how do we do this again? Remind myself, style, middle line. There we go. Yeah, I want to be yeah, halfway down in that, please. Please and thank you. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm still worried about whether or not this is going to have the ability to provide a higher high. Yeah, concerned. So, because essentially what we have right here is the books have been totally flushed, right? So, all open orders here may have had stop losses run, maybe, maybe not. But all of the orders that have been placed in the books here all got flushed last night. Down the toilet they go, right? So anybody that was trading long in here, that did have long orders placed in here, the amount of supply that entered at the top, the amount of supply that entered in the top was greater than all of the long orders that have been stacked up in the books, right? Was greater than all of the long orders that were stacked up in the books. Hence, price has achieved this level. Yeah, it's just the way. It's just math, man. It's just math, and I'm not even good at math, but that's math. So we've got a situation where, yeah, in order to get from a place like this or a place like this to a place like this, it's going to take fresh liquidity to do it. It's Thursday, y'all. It's Thursday, coming into Friday. I don't know, probably some FOMC shit going around right now or something like that, right? So yeah, it's just, there's just no way around it, man. It's going to require a lot of fresh liquidity to enter into the market to get us back up to the all-time high. Let's take a look at the amount of liquidity that entered in this range. We need one bar or one row. One row, please. Yeah, so let's think about this for a second. You probably won't see my calculator, and you're probably better at math than I am, but 190 plus 172, it's not 18. 190 plus 172, I can't hit the buttons right. Oh, it's because I'm using a different keyboard. That's it. So 1,300, took 1,300 Bitcoins from this low to get up to this high, right? 1,300 of them. So 1,300 is still not correct math. Okay, so we can't math today. We'll just chalk that up. Under 400. 390. That's the number I'm looking for. Anyways, it's going to take a lot of fresh liquidity to get us from here to here. Furthermore, if we look at our downwards, let's take a look at this leg of price here. This guy. Boom, boom. So a couple of things. You did indeed lose your 30-minute structure, right? Did indeed lose your 30-minute structure. You have not mitigated this range. I'm going to leave this on my chart as supply. It will likely be on the chart for a long time. I'm sure this will be on the chart Wednesday next week. Thursday next week. This is going to be on the chart for a little while, okay? So you broke 30-minute structure right here. Where's all the fancy arrows go? Lost 30-minute structure, okay? Have we even printed 30-minute structure down here yet? No, we have not. 30-minute structure does not even exist down here. If you follow your structure from the top, your 30-minute goes pretty much straight down, man. Pretty much straight down. I mean, technically, this meets a 2-candle rule here. Technically. But it pretty much just goes straight down, right? So sweep of all-time high, break of 30-minute structure. I want to see a redevelopment of 30-minute structure and a break of that 30-minute structure bullishly. And it needs to what am I trying to say? For us to get from here, this region, back to this region here, for that to happen, I would the only way I'd be convinced is if we developed 30-minute structure here and then broke that 30-minute structure bullishly, right? That's the only way I'm going to surmise that is going to happen. So what would that have to look like, right? Well, it can't look anything like what's on the chart right now. No, it just can't. It means that this low got to go. Like, that low has to go. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We essentially need to purge this low. We need to come up for 2 candles, 2 30-minute candles. We then need to purge the low again. And then we come up for 2 more candles. Only then can we form 30-minute structure down here, right? Let's all be aware that we still have supply to be, to be cautious about in this area. Let's get some labels on that. And yeah, we did. No, we didn't label this one because I'm a loser. So let's label that one. What I mean to tell you is, without the development of a 30-minute low to overtake the bearish 30-minute high that got put in at the sweep of the all-time high, without this, it's well, then it's this. Then it's this, right? Right here is where you're going to lose your 4-hour structure. Your 4-hour structure is the primary structure that walked you up from the low. So 30-minute structure needs to develop in this area and flip bullishly for price to turn around and re-challenge the all-time high. If it does not, dude, I think we're going down to 112, right? Whatever the fuck this is, 112. Yeah, I just don't see really, I personally don't see a way around that. So, the only candles that exist on this chart right now allow me to plan for shorts. There are no candles on this chart that exist that allow me to plan for longs. I have only described what would need to happen for me to plan longs. Let's drop down. I'm going to throw another line on here. A run of this liquidity for another short idea. We're going to go to the Coinbase chart. We're going to clean that up. And we're going to talk about a possible bullish PO3 in this area. Do that next. Let's go to the 4-hour. This is going to be this is going to be the only circumstance in which I will that I would take something less than 30-minute structure. Now, in the event that they use this 4-hour low after the sweep of the all-time high to entice sellers into the market in a manipulative event, only to rug pull them and expand it on them, that would be interesting. I think if we could have structure down below here, even on the 5-minute time frame, and form a proper range in which you SFP the low, you return to break the high, and you overall re-enter this range of price here. That would be this would be an encouraging sign. This would be an encouraging sign, and this could exist in structure as low as 3 to 5 minute structure or so. That I would still. I'd still be pretty impressed by it. So, is there anything else on Bitcoin before I look at the charts? Market opened and did fuck all. There is some scared people, huh? Where did the market open at? Oh my god. So 630 to 639. So orb is here. They're scared. They are scared. I'm gonna replace this with a fucking something other than what I was using. Not array, a trend line. There we go. Need it out of my candles. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so what zone do we have here? 117,200, 116,350. I'm gonna double check my Bybit chart, make sure I didn't leave any breadcrumbs over there on that. Yeah, we're pretty close. We're pretty close. We're pretty close. Yeah, so readjustment of target on this. Let's clean some of this stuff up so I can post one chart in Discord. Bum, 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 bum. Let's kick that down. Let's kick that down. Let's drag that over. Let's drag that over. Let's put this ray back on. Let's get these ideas back on the chart. That's a target down here. And let's do just whatever. Let's do a copy paste. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, go back, homie. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. 3-minute time frame, probably not the best. Yeah, and this is still missing an idea. It's missing the PO3. Well, let me get this posted before I fucking forget about it. Okay, now I shall look at the chat. Good morning, Luke and Tom Lee, and we can take a look at Seoul and somewhere in Hawaii. I did, man. I did. It's just because I've been doing this for a while. F-Bomb, what's up? Dex, Jesus, Saves, cheers. So we got to look at XRP and Soul so far. ETH, XRP, Soul, cool. Have a wonderful sound. Oh, just your bastard blues. Okay, all right. And Ando, what's up? All right, let's bang through these. Let's bang through these. Who asked first? XRP, cool. Man, I had a feeling on some of these charts yesterday. I don't know if you guys recalled, but I was essentially looking at just like it just seemed to lack really big. It seemed these charts seemed to lack initiation above some of these highs, and I was kind of pointing I'm like, man, there's just some lower side exposure on these that I'm not too happy about. All right, let's clean this up. Yeah, let's clean it up by drawing all over it. Let's do that. Okay, so this high up here at 3.3817 has not been touched. Primary structure up from the low still intact. This chart objectively looks better than Bitcoin. Yeah, so still intact, right? Meaning that all of this area is demand. Pretty sure that's the way we had it marked on our chart to begin with. Yeah, most important thing is structure up from the low is intact. You know what I mean? Like this is your bullish break here. That's your big fat bullish break. That is your higher low. That is your higher high. There is no lower low yet, right? There's no lower low yet. And you know, Bitcoin at least had the balls to SFP a level like that. XRP didn't do it. XRP didn't do it. But we're going to have the same problem for the way that structure presents from here to here. We're going to still see that it lost because I can see that these highs touch and then we lose this low right here. So I guaranteed we still lost like 30-minute structure or whatever up on the top. Yeah, call it whatever you will. 30-minute structure, 1 hour structure. Doesn't matter to me. It's a bearish break, right? So, you know, the same way that you see structure like this that broke bearishly, I want to see structure develop down yonder that breaks bullishly. Wrong button. Accidentally hit the space bar. I hate when I do that. Yeah, I want to see structure develop that breaks bullishly. Is it logical to expect price to wander and develop that kind of structure down here through a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I think that seems like a reasonable expectation to me. What seems like an unreasonable expectation to me would be that on a Thursday, we break all this structure up here and come down to demand and then just come right up and set a higher high. Yeah, that is what would seem illogical to me. Yeah, I don't see the logic in that. So down. The low needs to go again. Like just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Might as well put a target on it. The low needs to go again. Needs to go. Bye-bye. We love you, buddy. Adios, mijos. Let's get rid of this line because it annoys me, and let's just know that we're in demand, right? Yeah, because that annoys me. You know, what would work better for me is something like that. That would work better for me. Let's go down to the 15 and see if we got anything else here. Maybe back that off a little bit. Plug this guy down in on the bottom of it. And start planning for a short from supply down to your currently weak low on the 30-minute time frame. Start looking I start looking like that. Now, is it a reasonable expectation that the orders have been flushed out of the books and that nobody wants to enter fresh short positions in areas like this because of the topside risk, aka fair value gap, right? So they don't want to enter short here. They wish they entered short here like I do. And so they have no choice but to maybe long, right? Fresh liquidity enters long, fresh liquidity enters long, comes back up into supply. Kabow, goodbye. Kisses, see you later. This is the general concept that I would be waiting for on probably every chart we can look at today. You create a low, you form upwards only structure off of the low, and you see that structure fail again, and you slam the sell button onto its little face. This right here. Yeah, we can go to these other charts. I almost promise you I will say the same thing about them. So let's do that. Let's go to those other charts. Let's put the XRP setup in before. Now I'm indicating a pretty shy stop loss on this thing. Follow your local structures. It approaches a supply zone, and be careful. Let's put this in here as always. TA. Where's TA? Do I have TA somewhere? There's Discord. Let's go Discord. Okay, bingo. And then we move to what was it? ETH and Sol. Man, I like kind of like blinked at the ETH chart when we flipped through it this morning. It looked kind of different, didn't it? No, ETH is this. We talked about this. Okay, we talked about this. Yeah. Let's clean up the idea. And let's keep this chart stupid simple. Fucking easy one. Thanks, because I am on a time constraint. So thanks for picking an easy one. Okay. I expect that price is going to flow up out of demand just the way we are seeing it do right now. And then I think it's going to fail. Where's the button I'm looking for? Rev. This button. Demand. Back into supply. For a short face. This one looks very much like the Bitcoin chart. This off of here. Obviously, we're looking to long the other side of the range. Let me front run that into this demand zone. And let's drop to the 15. And let's start looking at, okay, so we have this idea on here already. What if we could get back to this crime scene right here and come up with another idea just to take it back to its local low? What's a target regardless? That'll do, donkey. Put another label right there. Let's go ahead and put a label right here. Bro, get on the goddamn wick, homie. If I ever made t-shirts, that would be one of my shirts. Get on the damn wick, homie. Copy that. Throw that in Discord. All right. Cool. Boring. Yeah, I got some time, so we'll continue to rock the mic. What are we doing next? We're doing Sui? Sui! I don't know about deep, bro. I mean, maybe we'll take a look at deep. Maybe we'll take, well, fuck it. We'll just go, what happened to file? File's in the area we wanted along. Sui. No, deep. It's not in an interesting position. Well, I mean, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I mean, that makes me feel somewhat better about my life. Did hit, right? No, see, I don't know if that did hit. I hate when I have to question it. That always makes me nervous. Okay, that's logical. Break, higher high, lower high. Or higher high, though. Okay, so here's my general concern. Right here, you have a manner of supply. It's not my favorite supply, but it's supply nonetheless. We're on the daily chart. Let's drop to the 4. Okay, so as you came up from the low, up, you lost your 4-hour structure a while back. I lost our 4-hour structure on this back on July. And we, so let's get this labeled correctly. And in doing so, we created supply, right? And so after a break of 4-hour structure, you set a lower high for a lower low. Since setting your lower low, you have formed upwards only structure back into supply. Now you have demand underneath you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's a nice initiation, and you do have nice demand, and you are right on the top of it. So let's go ahead and roll this back, because it's not going to happen twice. and essentially you're trading this range of price right here, right? And you're on demand, but you see this black candle right here? Here's your problem. Drop into here, and we can see that, you know, we lost 1 hour structure, right? We lost 1 hour structure here. So can demand have control here and bring it to a higher high? Yes, it can. It can do that. Confirm removed lock drawings. Yes, it can do that. But there's a couple things to be worried about here. First of all, everything from here to here inside of this demand is still a fair value gap. It's generalized demand anyway, but I would say the really strong demand is down lower. Let's see, the strong demand is down lower. This is where the positions entered in the market that created this inefficiency, that broke the structure, that brought you up to a new high. They got in here. That is the defensible area, in my opinion. Now, so what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say here is you lost 1 hour structure. Okay, lost it. It's gone. Bye-bye. What would you have to do to regain 1 hour structure at this point? You'd have to come from here, clean back above that high. That is what you have to do to regain 1 hour structure. Is that logical to happen on a Thursday, going into a Friday, going into a Saturday, going into a Sunday? I'm afraid it's not. I'm afraid it's not logical. So I would be more interested right now in this supply right here than I am interested in this demand down here. Let's leave this one on, let's leave this one on, and let's expect that price will mitigate its supply range and fall to a lower low. I think this is the more logical thing to expect. Now, pretty shit stop loss on it. Pretty shit stop loss on it. You know, is it going to be able to be refined? Will it be able to come off of just like this lower will it be able to come off of this lower section here for something of a tighter risk to reward prior to filling that fair value gap and hitting some demand down there? And of course, this is a target, because this is the low that could be used to convert market structure into 30-minute to 1 hour market structure, right? So this is all of these charts. That low is a target, all of them, every one of them. It's all a target on all of them. A little bit of time, not a lot of bit of time, but we got a little bit of time, so we will continue to rock the mic. Sui and INJ. God, it's in a nice piece of demand right now, but it has the same goddamn problem that all of the other charts have. It's likely to take out 3.2642. Let's wipe all this, because I missed something on here. First of all, we have an SFP here, right? Okay, so be aware of that. That might mean that we are destined for lower still. Okay. Now, what did I miss? What did I miss? Well, I missed the supply range at the top. That's what I missed. And then we got this guy. Now, we have demand here, which is exactly why price is stalled out. Right? Because clearly you have these lows touch, break, inefficiency, takes you up over a swing high, all rules met. So yeah, you stop there. But We do not have, just the same way as I've been saying on every other chart, and I was expecting I was going to say it on every chart I look at after that. You have lost 1 hour structure here. In order to regain 1 hour structure, you now have to come completely above this high. Is that a logical thing to happen on a Thursday going into Friday, going into Saturday, going into Sunday? Probably not. I would say it's time to, it's time to attack some dollar signs down here. That's what I would suggest. And yes, I am aware. I'm going to say it one more time. Like, first of all, that's target. That's one thing I'm going to say another time. And second of all, I'm going to say I fully understand that this low may change structure completely. And price may never hit down to any areas like this on the chart. I understand these things. I'm prepared for these things. And you should be prepared for these things too. But this is where I'm at on SUI. And we do SOL? No, INJ. I don't know. I have no idea if we did SOL or not. INJ, what do we have over here on this chart? Let's leave this. Let's actually leave this. I think this is a good idea down here. Kobe! Like, just go away, indicators. Jesus H. Christ, we get out of my life. Is this a drawing down here? Oh my god. Oh my god. So important that I delete these kinds of things. I almost mark something that is totally irrelevant. Yeah, so go away too. Okay, so here's my concern. There's my concern right there. There's my concern. I've said my concern. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's go to the 4. Nice. Let's go to the 30. Not nice. So your 30 already broke, already retested. You had a local double top in this area. Never a good sign. These local, this is always an indication that price is ultimately going to return to a level like that, and that when it breaks this level, it has reverse trend. So many tops form this way, guys. Almost every top and bottom in the market forms this way. Support underneath this looks very lackluster. Very lackluster. I think you might get some love out of that zone. I think you might get some love out of this zone. And I would really start paying attention by this low here. I can really see a circumstance in which these demand areas just provide your lower high for your lower low, your lower high for your lower low. That's kind of more or less how I would anticipate those to react. And let's get in locally and plan a short at in the premium of the range. God, it's already done another mitigation. Like this is just it's in the short zone right now. Yeah. So I mean, like I almost have to indicate an entry of down here because I think the mitigation has already occurred. Dude, can we put the right fucking thing on this? Short position. Am I just that dense? Yeah, this is what I want. What's our first target? Y'all should know by now. Y'all should know that by now. Getting real close on time, y'all. Really close on time. Just a heads up, I will be like coming to an abrupt end shortly. Did we do Sui? I'm gonna guess we did because we're on INJ. Entered long on Sui. Set the SL to break even. Wonder if I should close or wait longer for a push. We still have that chart open. Sui. You're probably okay. I would say you're probably okay. Let's get down to like the 2. Yeah, I mean, there's no resistance in this area. I don't see any resistance in this area. The concern for me is this is the concern for me. So you've got a little bit of a run up out of some manner of demand here. My concern is this is my only concern. This is my only concern here. But do I see the possibility of filling this inefficiency coming up out of this demand right here? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do see that as being possible. I'm just more excited for, you know what I'm more excited for. I'm more excited for that personally myself. But yeah, I mean, there's no resistance here. So if you can clear this high off here, I honestly don't see why you can't get up to this like 3.91 area. This right here. It's my bread and butter. That's an unfair statement. A range is actually my bread and butter, but let me just say I've made myself intimately familiar with this pattern and this type of market structure here. And I would love to be wrong about it. Let's see here. Deep, we did deep. Okay, I think I've covered everything. I think I've covered everything for everybody. So, thanks for joining me. I have contractors to meet this morning, so I've got to get out a little bit earlier. And yeah, and that's just all there is to it. Let me get myself some alerts going. I'm going to take a top side alert on Bitcoin. I'm going to take a bottom side alert on Bitcoin. Yeah. No, someone said D'Angelo, but it's DJ. I don't. Mr. McClear. Mick Lear. Top of the morning. Solana, we did Solana. Ficure, we did Solana, but I'll show it. Pretty sure we did Solana, guys. I could be wrong, because I don't fucking remember this shit.
You're rocking it with Danny Masher.
There's Solana. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and call it so I can be moderately on time to my other obligations for the day. And we did talk about that on the stream yesterday, too. Anyways, y'all have a good one. Here's my closing statement, right? This is what I'm going to leave you guys with. The market needs new liquidity to enter. It is attempting to hold on to some important structure, but it needs more liquidity to enter. Like the chance that it goes from here to here is so effing slim. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's really slim. It needs time. It needs time to generate and bring in more liquidity in these areas. It needs to fill inefficiencies. The market lost efficiency last night, so it needs to fill needs to fill inefficiencies, and it needs to generally perform a cumulative behavior in these areas prior to another reach for this. That's what I firmly believe that needs to happen. So what am I trying to say by that? I'm trying to say expect a lot of boredom between areas like this, or give me another random chart. Between areas like this. Expect a lot of boredom in between these areas in the coming hours or days. That's what I'm expecting. Adios, amigos. I appreciate that you think I'm amazing. I just simply, I come on here and I try and do this all the time for two reasons. It makes me better, and it makes my heart feel warm. That's why I do it, right? Thanks. Thanks, guys. We get some outro music. Thanks for joining me, y'all. I'm gonna go have a good day. I hope you guys do the same. And gals.